So, Lenny is my 5-year-old horse who's going to help me with my quest to get better at show jumping. I think the big problem I've had is we've been competing, well, we did our first 3-star this year, and although we've been competing up to 2-star level relatively successfully, I kind of still think that in my heart of hearts my show jumping is not good enough. We sort of got up to the next level with the dressage. Cross country's always been my thing, but you know, I genuinely think if I'm going to get better and be a genuine 3 or possibly even, dare I say, 4-star rider, which is what this fella was bought for, I've got to get my show jumping to a different place. So I have decided not to go eventing until I can jump a 130, which even saying it scares the hell out of me actually. But there we go. So at the moment the 2 eventers, BB and Tilly, are both just finishing a break, so they'll be coming back into work in October. And at the moment Lenny's the only one that I have in work, because he didn't do an awful lot this summer because I was messing around with the older horses. So really we're just going a bit back to basics, and we're working on the quality of the canter, accepting that, you know, he is a young and relatively immature horse. So although he has a great natural canter, it's not the quality of horse that it would be for jumping 130s. But some of the things I think I do wrong are, you know, when I need to move my horses forward, I think I throw the rein at them. I don't think I ride them up properly into the bridle. I think when I need to slow a horse down, I'm not using my body enough, so I'm tending to pull on the rein, and that kills the canter. And those are the kind of mistakes that mean my show jumping isn't consistent and the canter isn't as good as it needs to. The strides don't come as well to me, and horses are left with really too much to do. They're either too deep or too far off the fence. And particularly with some of the smaller horses that I ride, I mean, BB's only really just 15 hands or so. You know, jumping a 130 track, if your canter isn't good enough and you're missing the way that I can do, just isn't going to work. So a couple of the exercises that we're going to do today are, there's one that relates to doubles. I'm going to try not to do my over-controlling thing, which is I try and find a stride for the horses, and I think fundamentally I've got to get my horses to a place where they are judging the distance and I am just going with them. So one of the exercises is about trying to teach the horse to create his own canter, his own quality of canter, and that exercise is a double, where you come around the corner, you come around and walk, you ask your horse to go straight into canter so that you've got quite a sharp transition that wakes them up, gets the hocks underneath them, and then you just leave him alone to come down the double, find his own distance, find his own spot. I find it incredibly difficult. I think I'm doing nothing, and I am. So one of the things I'll try and do is I'll try and just look up at the sky. I might even shut my eyes, but I need to find a way to stop myself influencing the spot which the horse will be jumping from. The other exercise, a wee bit less scary, for me anyway, is quite simply 2 poles on a true 4-stride distance. And what we'll do is we'll try and come down the poles 4 strides in between each pole. So there'll be 3, there'll be a pole, 4 strides, a pole, 4 strides, a pole. Then we'll come down on 4, then we'll try and come down on 5, then we'll try and come down the first one on 5, the second one on 4, so that I can change my canter. And then the one that I think I'll really struggle with is coming down on 4 and then sitting up and coming down on 5. Now the trick should be that it all looks natural, that you don't see a massive difference in the canter, that I'm not squeezing the strides in at the last minute, but we'll see how that goes. But it's all about adjustability of the canter and the quality of the canter, and just letting the horse do the jumping bit. You know, he's a talented jumper if I just keep out of the way. So what I'm going to try and do here is just simply cantering over a pole. Theory being, so I have this tendency when I think I'm on a bit of a long stride, I'll throw my rein down and kick, and the horse gets flat, sort of collapses a bit forward, and you get, normally it ends like crash in all honesty when the jumps get a bit bigger. So all I'm trying to do here is in a very safe environment, maintain a rhythmical canter, and yes, on occasions I'll need to move them forward a bit, but I need to make sure I'm kicking with my leg, getting hocks underneath them, and not letting go of the front end so that I get this sort of long, strung out horse. He's got a good canter wherever he gets to around that pole. He's a bit close or a bit far off. He should still be able to go the pole smoothly if I've got his hocks in the right place. Give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So body tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is to try and make it a wee bit punchier. Okay, so it just felt he was drifting a bit to the right that last time, so what we're going to do now is put on some V-pulls, which will both help him get his front end up a little bit more and help him